their feet. JR Giddens.
JR with the tip, the deflections lead to interceptions, and alert air traffic control because here he comes.
Time now to talk postseason accolades and who deserves them. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw out some names and we will discuss them. The first name I'm going to throw out, Mick, is JR Giddens. You talked about him earlier. Is he the guy that deserves the Mountain West Conference Player of the Year award?
Oh, I think absolutely. I mean, if you look at this guy's numbers, I mean, he's in the top 10 in like 6 different categories: scoring, rebounds, assists, shooting percentage, blocks, steals. I mean, the guy can, you know, he's going to post you up. He can shoot from deep. He can rebound like a demon. I mean, this guy, to me, is a better player than anybody in this conference of where New Mexico finishes. He is just a great all-around basketball player, and I think, in my opinion, it wouldn't even be a contest as far as who should be the player of the year in this league.
Now, Larry, you were kind of critical of JR earlier in the season. Have your opinions changed?
I was maybe teaching early. I was trying to get him to commit to a system, commit to playing hard night in and night out, regardless of the situation. Obviously, he's done that. Whether he listened to me or not is not an issue. But all the things, I agree 100%. Plays defense, rebounds, takes it to the basket hard, gets fouled, is leading his team. The one game against BYU, they couldn't stop him. He was just going to the basket. Either was going to get fouled or get scored. He is without question the player of the year in this league.
Mike, would you agree? For a clean sweep, is JR Giddens the player of the league?
I like Kamard. I think the player of the year should come from the first-place team, and that's BYU. I love JR Giddens. That guy has come a long way in the past year. Congrats to Steve Alford for getting the buy into the team concept. But Kamard, you know, that guy just does everything. He reminds me of Alex Jensen, who played for us back in 99, 2000. That's this or that, but one of your top 2 guys in pretty much every category. And the long arms and just his game savvy for Kamard, I think, is a key to that BYU team, and I think he's my player of the year, no question.
Larry, would you agree that the player of the year should come from a first-place team?
Not necessarily. I think BYU is a little bit deeper. They're more established. Coach Alford's putting in a new system. The player of the year, if you take JR Giddens off New Mexico, they're not even in the hunt for NCAA tournament. With him, they are in high consideration. I hear their name a lot on the bracketology issues, but the reason they're there is because of JR Giddens. Lee Kamard is very close, very talented player, NBA player, future, but he's not quite at the same level.
Mick, when you talk about Lee Kamard, is it because BYU has too many weapons? They have a Jonathan Tavenari. They have a Trent Plaisted. They have a lot of weapons on that team, so he's not as valuable. Would you buy that argument?
Oh, I don't think so. Not necessarily. I mean, that kid is a really savvy player. I don't know that there's a smarter player in this league than Lee Kamard. But I don't necessarily think that the player of the year has to come from the league champion. I mean, if it wasn't JR Giddens, I think you'd have to give serious consideration to a guy like Marcus Walker. He could finish on a team in this league that's not going to win a single regular season conference game probably, but he's as good a player as anybody in this league. And I think if you ask the players that they would agree with that sentiment.